When hope is gone, undo this lock and send me forth on a moonlit walk. Release restraint level 0. Hey kids, wanna see a dead body?
Hi guys, this is Devoid of the Ravenclaw. Welcome back to another fanfiction story. If you like this type of content, smash the like button and subscribe for future videos and updates that I do post on my community tab frequently. This is the Son of Brainiac, part 18. Now let's continue where we last left off in our story. After Child got done eating her favorite flavor of ice cream and handed the empty bowl to one of the passing brainiac bots that her familiar created, she appeared right beside Deku, staring through the large window. As her familiar is staring at the planet from the viewing window. So what do you have planned next, my adorable familiar? Nothing for now. After all, I need to wait. I need time to construct my factories all over the planet. And I also want to get the hero some time to gather what feeble resistance they could gather. I've already heard from several of my Centauri Brainiac bots that I have a mental connection with. The heroes are already changed location to a island called Island. And this island is controlled by a human named David Shield. Don't know much about that human, but he's well known. He's quite intelligent. He's quite an intelligent inventor of sorts. David Shield's name is well known even in the criminal underworld. Many factions in the criminal underworld would greatly desire to get their hands on any invention that David Shield has ever created. He makes impressive technology for a human. Do you plan to kill this human, this David Shield? I haven't thought about it. If he's fortunate enough to find himself in the city before I shrink it, then his fate will be saved. But if he doesn't, then he'll share the same fate with the rest of the humans on this planet. Only human that has a guaranteed survival is that younger female human known as Nejire, the successor of All Might. You mentioned her before a few times. You see, she is, like I said, she is a successor to All Might's power. Didn't you kill him? How great could this power be? Don't discard One for All. It's a very powerful quirk. I absorb remnants of that quirk when I killed and absorbed All Might life force. It's a very unique power that's able to pass on to user. Each time the quirk is passed on, it grows in power. I guess it does seem to be quite useful, for humans at least. True, but given time, the user of One for All could even stand toe-to-toe with more powerful aliens, like a Kryptonian. Given time, of course. As unique and useful One for All is, it still has limits. It also strengthened a pre-existing quirk that the Helder had prior. I can see why you show interest in this. It's clearly no threat to me or any Lord of Chaos, but this One for All you mentioned does sound interesting. I wonder if I could come up with something similar, but with magic instead of the stamina that these quirks seem to use. We could wait on that for a later date. Now that's an interesting proposal, Master. I wonder if it's possible to make a quirk use magic instead of physical stamina. I was right, these quirks require stamina to be used. Quirks are genetically exclusive to this species of humans, and what I've seen so far, all quirks drain physical stamina when they're in use. I'll look into this later once I have a better grasp of this magic. For pause, you might have heard that I'm currently in a thunderstorm right now, so I do apologize for the background noise. Let's continue with our story. I'll look into this later once I have a better grasp of this magic. Interesting. I suppose we could bond over this in the future. I mean, the idea is quite brilliant, actually. I have plenty of samples in the lab, and I have several live test subjects and several in the shrunken cities that I've collected from this planet. So we're not low on research material. But you're right, Master. We could discuss this later. Deku's excited and playful expression turned serious. I'm going to be gone for a while, Master. I'll confine you if I need you for anything. I'll see you later. Deku stepped through his own portal and appeared somewhere in one of the remaining cities of Japan. It didn't take Deku long to get outright attacked by several remaining heroes that are still alive. Impressive. You managed to invade my lovely creations to remain alive like this. Before the no-name heroes could make a move, Deku killed all of them by shooting rapid death beams from his fingertips. All of the heroes' bodies dropped to the ground dead, with holes in the middle of their foreheads. Deku teleported out of the city. When he reappeared, he was in the middle of the air, hovering over an American city. The name of this country is still the same compared to Earth country. Well, Earth America. This planet and planet Earth has many similarities, including names of their countries. He found the comparison to the two planets to be quite fascinating. Deku began to raise his hand above his head in the air, while he was still hovering above the city, as he begins to channel green Kai energy in the palm of his hand. The green Kai energy ball in his hands increase in size as it doubles several times in mere seconds. The moment Deku threw his hand downwards, a large or humongous orb of Kai energy began to fly downwards, ready to fly downwards straight towards the city. But Deku noticed his attack was about to hit the city. Something flew out of the city and actually knocked his Kai attack, only using physical strength, as his own attack came flying towards Deku. Deku just absorbed his own attack into his body. A human male hero came flying up to Deku with a grin on his face. Nice try, villain. Not on Captain Celebrity's watch. Might have had your way with Japan, but not here in the United States. We full-blooded Americans won't submit. You might have attacked a few of our cities, but we won't surrender, and we will rescue the cities that you have captured. I got to admit, I did not expect you to hit my own attack back at me. You Americans have been quite resistant towards my invasion. Out of all the other countries, you have successfully repelled my lovely creation's attacks. The higher-ups have already been paranoid about this planet being invaded. Captain Celebrity looked a bit disappointed. I thought you would be green. Comparing to a green alien. Though Americans know full well that Deku is not human. You're pretty laid back for a human. It's how I roll, as Captain Celebrity got a serious expression on his face. But I got to pay you back for what you did to All Might. You're either going to be in handcuffs, or you're going to be in a body bag. Doesn't matter to me. Justice will be served here today. Deku's face turned into a grin. He was starting to like this Captain Celebrity. Deku is quite amazed by the difference between Japanese heroes and the American heroes. The Americans don't seem to mind when it comes to killing their villains. It's clearly evident that he doesn't want to, but the hero has no choice. He will. Unlike the Japanese heroes. They use killing as a very last resort. Captain Celebrity rushed forward, flying, and threw out his fist towards Deku, while both of them were in midair. Deku caught his fist and slammed his own fist into Captain Celebrity's chest, making him shoot off like a rocket. The hero eventually recovered as he floated to stop his momentum in the middle of the air. With the energy barrier he has over his body continuously, he received no damage from that blow. It's one of his secret abilities of his quirk that he's kept secret. Captain Celebrity flew at Deku and landed a powerful right hook into his face. Deku didn't wait long to retaliate. Once he got hit in the face, he landed a punch into Captain Celebrity's face while they're flying in the air as they engage in an intense aerial hand-to-hand combat in the middle of the air. All of the civilians that are in the city could hear rapid sonic booms when Deku and Captain Celebrity's fists collided with each other. When Deku and Captain Celebrity became visible once again, their fists collided with each other, making wind pressure blowing away all the nearby clouds away in the sky. Deku and the hero flew a little bit backwards at the same time to get some distance. Close enough so they could engage each other in hand-to-hand combat. You're pretty good for a spaceman. You're lucky. Luck, I'm only getting started. You could handle me well in my original state. Let's see how you handle me when I release 5% of my overall power. Suddenly there is a burst of green energy, like a heartbeat. Deku's speed, strength, and the strength of all his attacks, from his elemental attacks to his Kai techniques, have doubled in speed and power. Oh fuck, I have a bad feeling about this, as Captain Celebrity could sense the power that irradiated off this villain that's hovering in front of him. Deku flash step right in front of Captain Celerity and slam a powerful right hook into his face, sending him flying downwards into the city as he crashed through a couple of buildings by flying into several windows and crashing on top of a car. Captain Celebrity was relieved that his energy barrier around his body is still going strong. He wasn't expecting such force from a singular attack that he just received from this villain that calls himself Deku. Well, basically alien. But Captain Celebrity Captain Celebrity couldn't think more of this, as Deku appeared right above him and slammed his fist into his stomach, making Captain Celebrity cough up spit. As the car that Captain Celebrity is laying on began to bend and sink into the ground from the impact that the car just felt. Deku flashed away and reappeared a little bit away from the car, waiting for the hero to recover. He's having too much fun with this. He wants to see how much this hero can really take. That definitely didn't feel nice, as Captain Celerity slowly hopped off the car and began to stretch his muscles. I'm definitely going to feel that in the morning. If it wasn't for my energy barrier around my skin, that would have definitely broke some bones or just outright killed me. That sort of punishment Deku is dishing out on me. Captain Celerity chose to ignore his aching muscles that's all over his body and charged forward. Deku ducked under his left hook and landed a palm uppercut. The moment Captain Celebrity was slightly airborne, Deku spun around and landed a flaming palm strike in his chest, sending the cocky hero into a nearby bus. As he was sent into the back of the bus, then came out of the bus through the front window of the school bus. Captain Celebrity finally stopped by slamming his fists. Oh, give me a second. Celebrity finally stopped when he slammed into a brick wall. Deku appeared right in front of Captain Celebrity and grabbed him by the face and lifted him up in the middle of the air and began to rapidly slam his fists into Captain Celebrity's ribs repeatedly. Each blow Deku made with his fist created a sonic boom. After Deku had his fun, he tossed the hero into a nearby building, crashing right into a large window, breaking the glass. Deku created one of his green exploding fireballs and threw it into the broken window, as there was a loud and green explosion, destroying the majority of the building. All of the nearby civilians began to panic and began to run away from the danger. Deku paid the civilians no mind. He's not interested in the civilians at all. He's going to destroy the city anyways. Once he gets done, once he gets bored with this hero, he'll completely obliterate the city, leaving nothing but charred ground in his wake. Captain Celebrity finally came out walking out of the smoke that came from the explosion. He raised his singular eyebrow, seeing the hero seemed to be in okay condition. Not even the hero suit the hero was wearing was damaged at all. The fact that he was unaffected by the hot temperatures of his exploding fireball was impressive in Deku's mind. Well, Deku's eyes, basically. Captain Celebrity was relieved that Captain Celebrity was relieved that he covered his entire body, including his hero suit, in his energy barrier. If he didn't cover his clothes in the barrier as well before the fireball hit, he definitely wouldn't have much clothes on after the explosion went off. The energy barrier might have protected his skin from the heat and the high temperatures, but his clothes wouldn't be so fortunate if he didn't take precautions. Captain Celebrity walked out of the building, very cautious, keeping Deku in his line of sight. You know you're not going to win. You're going to die. Even if that's the case, I won't give up. I won't back down. I will fight you to the end, to the bitter end, villain. You're very confident. It's not confidence. Ah, I see. For a human, you have a strong will to fight. It doesn't matter how strong your will is. Keep fighting, you will die. The civilians of the city will die. When I'm done with you, I'm going to completely eradicate this city. There'll be nothing left but charred earth. Suppose I could have some fun before I get to business. There was another heartbeat pulse of green energy that emanated from Deku, signifying he just released 10% of his overall power. You could handle 5% pretty well. Let's see how you handle 10% then. Deku moved so fast that Captain Celebrity couldn't keep up with him and landed a devastating combination palm strike attack, making the hero go skidding backwards from the force of the palm strike barrage. His energy barrier is still tanking all the hits, minimizing the damage. But he still got damage from the attack, as Captain Celebrity cough up blood. What the hell? He wiped the blood from his face using his forearm. How? That shouldn't be possible. How did you negate my defense? You honestly think I didn't notice your energy you coat your entire body with, like a shield? But I gotta say, that little trick of yours is quite useful. Normal strikes like fists and kicks would just get absorbed by your energy defense that you coat with your skin. But a palm strike, the way I use palm strikes, could easily bypass your little barrier around your skin. I simply channel my ki into my palm. Once I make contact, I release it. Simply have to apply enough force, enough to make a signify enough force to break your energy barrier, but enough not. Let me try this again. You simply have to apply enough force, not to break your energy barrier, but enough to make a physical hit. In reality, Deku just released a burst of his Kai through the palm of his hand. The moment his palm strike made contact, it somewhat dispersed Captain Celerity's energy around a certain part of his body, so Deku can make a solid contact hit. Now Captain Celerity is a lot more cautious than before. He finally realized this villain could have easily killed him anytime he wanted. He's just playing with him. He's just been toying with him this entire time. That guy under his skin. He won't allow anger to compromise his judgment. Deku charged forward as all the nearby cars that are parked on the side of the road go flying into different buildings. Deku threw a punch at Captain Celebrity. Then he went into a spin kick that was heading towards Captain Celerity's stomach. Captain Celerity blocked it with his forearm, and he was pushed back a few inches from blocking the attack. My suspicions are correct. You're getting stronger. Of course I am. I have only been using 10% of my overall power. That's just great. Knowing my luck, 10% is probably not your limit. It's funny that you mentioned that. You're indeed correct. 10% of my overall power is not at my current limit. Someone of your insignificant power level will not be witnessing where my limit is at. After all, you're no All Might. Instead of getting irritated, Captain America laughed a little bit. I got to agree with you there. I'm no All Might, but I'll try my best to follow in his footsteps. With his resolve strengthened, he charged forward, ready to defeat this alien/villain, to save America, to save the people down below. But suddenly Deku shot out a death beam from his fingertips, as a green death beam pierced right through Captain Celerity's shoulder. As the hero immediately stopped, as several more death beams come shooting from Deku's fingertips, piercing through his legs, as Captain Celerity dropped to his knees. As he tried to struggle to get up, as another death beam was pierced right through his knee. Captain Celerity's kneeled down to one knee, as he has his hand over his right shoulder that was pierced by the death beam earlier. Deku kicked the hero in the face when he was kneeling down to one knee, sending him further down the street. As he flashed up close to Captain Celebrity. You know, human, I could have easily killed you from the start, but I didn't want to deprive myself of such entertainment. I fought and killed many heroes. All Might. Endeavor might have not been killed by my hands, but he's dead regardless. By one of my allies. And I've even stopped and killed the #1 villain, One for All himself. Stop me, no one challenged me. I eradicated anyone that posed a threat to my plans. And I dealt with them accordingly. But you, my blonde hero, you never were a threat to begin with. I had fun playing with you, as Deku slowly approached the downed Captain Celerity, while currently laying on the ground, on his back, breathing heavy. You played a good game, you just lost to a superior opponent. As Deku was standing above Captain Celerity with his index finger pointed at Captain Celerity's skull, with green key energy beginning to charge from his fingertip. Stars and Stripes will stop you. Deku started to channel more green energy as a green death beam came from his fingertips, came down upon the pro hero. It doesn't matter. Well, it begins to charge up. He hasn't released it yet. It doesn't matter who comes after me. They will die. You will be an example for those who wish to resist me. This will be their fate. You're a monster. As Captain Celebrity coughed up more blood. I know. As he shot his death beam into the man's skull, killing Captain Celebrity instantly. Deku begins to hover in the air, going higher and higher. When he was at the appropriate height, he extended his hand outwards towards the sky and began to channel his green key in the palm of his hand, creating a key orb that's the size of the entire city. The Kai ball was finally formed. He motioned his hand downwards as the energy ball begins to fly downwards. As once the energy ball made contact, the city was engulfed in a green energy dome of pure destruction. As the wind starts to pick up from the heavy attack that the city just received, when the energy attack faded, there was nothing left of the city but charred ground and melted rocks. Deku begins to fly off to the next city. There is a 5-hour time skip. As you see, Deku is hovering above a news station. He has a smirk on his face. It's only polite to inform the population of what's going to happen next. Deku calmly hovered down to the ground and went through the front entrance. Everyone in the building was terrified to even move. Regardless, they never thought about trying to stop him. Deku simply killed the news anchor once he got to the room where he wanted to go. As he simply pushed the dead body off the chair and sat down on the chair. As the cameras are still rolling, as they're currently live. Don't you dare stop this broadcast, or your fate will be like his. As he pointed down to the dead anchor. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Humans of planet, whatever planet this name is, I could care less. I am Deku. And I'm here to simply conquer your world. Sadly, the humans that haven't been lucky enough to be in one of my cities, that I personally shrunk, to add to my personal collection. But unfortunately for the rest of you, You all will be killed. I will shrink some of your cities, but not all. But to make things interesting, heroes of America, pay attention to this closely. It's going to be important. I have already eradicated one of your cities and killed one of your fellow heroes. Captain Celebrity is dead. He plays a very bloody sunglasses of Captain Celebrity on the table. Killed him myself. Then I eradicated the city afterwards. I'm going to be traveling to every city in your country to seek out the strongest heroes that you have at your access, that are available. And if you heroes are defeated, I will obliterate the city afterwards, one after another. So if I were you, Stars and Stripes, I would not wait long. Who knows how many innocent lives will be sacrificed? To show you that I'm serious, I'll start with this city. Deku took over the broadcast by one of his small brainiac sentry bots. As he flies out of the news station, hovering in the sky, as his brainiac bot is still broadcasting it live. Memorize this scene. Sketch it in your heart. This is the fate of all you humans. Deku put his hand in a familiar stance as Deku announced his attack. Big Bang attack. When the beam hit the city, it was engulfed in a dome of green energy. This is the fate if you fail. Good luck, heroes. I look forward to our encounters. As the broadcast was cut, that's where we're going to stop it, guys. Hope you guys have a good day and night. Judge my time zones. And I'll catch you in the next video.